gift to the world, bro.
That's right,
it's great, dude.
I'm sitting in front of a genius, ladies and gentlemen. These three gentlemen that are sitting in front of me are genius. Yo, first of all, I'm gonna say thank you.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
I'm gonna say thank you, because what this podcast is not just us talking. It's actually to give you guys your roses while you're here. You know what I mean? Yeah. There isn't this. Now, if you listen to the podcast, I do have a little advertisement for Kaivai. And the thing that I read the whole website, I read everything, you know, and the thing that stuck out to me the most, and I use it, is what was it? In a world full of uppers and stimulants, Kaivai proves that energy isn't always the answer, or something like that. You know, like that hits so hard. And we were talking about this in brunch, like this. Everyone has, you know, there's anxiety, there's depression,
dude.
And everywhere here, it's all energy. I need to grab my energy shot. I need to grab this. I need to grab that. But it's like sometimes you just need to chill, just relax. You know, not everyone. So so I want to say thank you for making this available. Not only that, thank you for doing it the right way. Doing it, man. I mean, you've done it so many right ways. So starting by hand, starting from the bottom, and just knowing your ingredients. So when you do go to an outside source, you know exactly what you're looking for. You know what I mean? Another thank you is to thank you for for keeping the community in your mind. You know?
Oh wow, yeah,
like, you know, keeping the culture in mind, and not just going off and like, yo, Kaivai, it's, you know, it's this and this and this and that. It's kava. Don't worry about where I got it from. It's kava. Just trust me, you're gonna love it. You know. And so I appreciate you doing it for the culture and keeping us in mind. This is amazing. This is amazing. And Mason, like we were talking about this, like you guys are literally opening up another market. Yeah. You know, that untapped market through beverage. Yeah. Like I said, everyone's going, I need energy.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes you just need to relax. And what's the alternative to relax? Alcohol.
Yeah. Or weed.
Or weed. Yeah.
Well, and look, this is the thing. Like, I don't want to say there isn't a need or a demand or market for like a lot of people are on prescriptions, and you know, they go to certain, you know, stuff to help them out. And I'm not in any way, shape or form advocating drop your prescriptions, stop talking to your doctors. Don't do that. Dude. Like, what I'm saying though is that, like, yeah, you're right. Like, I mean, for me, that was my aha moment when I was, you know, at BYU, and I was like just pepped up on all these uppers. That, you know, half of them were just prescriptions, and the other stuff over the counter stuff that, you know, caffeine and stuff that you get. And then when kava was introduced, it's the mechanism of action is just totally different from weed and alcohol. Like in your body, it pumps up all the euphoric chemicals. So you got, you know, dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, GABA A receptors are all like just pumping up the happy chemicals.
Genius talk.
So that's the number.
Genius talk. I'm just nodding my head like.
But this is the science, and it's really cool understanding the science, because what happens with weed and alcohol is that they're depressants that like directly slow down communication between neurotransmitters and like knock out your brain. And what happens with kava is you have the happy chemicals that are being pumped up. And then on top of that, you have norepinephrine receptor inhibitors, and then you have you know, serotonin inhibitors, and a bunch of other like just really cool effects that the kava lactones have on the body when it comes to just causing physical relaxation, right?
Right. And
so when you drink kava, what happens really is this two-pronged effect of happy chemicals, so you feel euphoric, and then the physical relaxation, because, you know, when you're talking about like, you know, these sodium ion channel blockers and whatnot in the body, it reduces cell excitability, like it causes physical relaxation, the one like a benzo would or something like that, but it doesn't impair you. As long as obviously you stay within the limits,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
Like if you drink like 4 cans of Red Bull back to back, I mean, you're gonna give yourself a heart attack.
Yeah, right.
And so with kava, it's just like the opposite effect. You just get really just like dopey and just stupid. And so that's why, like, you know, on the bottles we recommend what the general consensus is within the community, within the scientific community, about how many kava lactones you should be having, or the active ingredient per day. And then you feel you have this physical relaxation and euphoric effect. And that was like an aha moment for me when I first tried it, because I was just like, I realized that, like, I think we're plenty good with energy.
That's right.
No, honestly, like, I think like I think like the human body, like we're good with energy, dude.
We are.
I think the problem is that we're so overstimulated and we're so anxious. We feel like we just need to plow through that and just like bulldoze, head down, through the anxiety, through the depression, through the overstimulation. And what kava did for me is it almost like was like, hey, just be still, and it shuts off the noise. And that was like when the light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, I just needed the noise to get shut off.
That's it. And
not be impaired in the process. I could still be present and enjoy my family, my kids, my friendships, and especially be functional with work. It made me more efficient with school. It made me more efficient with work. It literally just chilled me out to the point that I wasn't getting in the way of myself.
There you go.
Where I was just like, everything's good. I'm chill, you know? Oh. And I feel like the world needs more of that. Again, I'm not saying there isn't a place for prescriptions or energy even.
Right.
Like, I mean, this trip that we just had, I had a little Red Bull here, and, you know, because literally I'm going, 48 hours, and I think maybe 4 hours of sleep, right? So, and I do not advocate for that. I hate when people are like, oh, I only got 3 hours of sleep last night. Like, it is stupid.
No,
unless you absolutely need to, just get your sleep. Get your full night's rest, right? But that's like just because of work. That's a marathon we've been on, like, over the last, like, few days. But yeah, dude, we do not need that much stimulants and energy.
That's right.
We just need to chill.
Where